Days after the Government of India cleared the upgrade of drones for the three armed forces, now the Navy is set to buy 10 surveillance drones. These surveillance drones are being acquired as per a fast-track process under which the unmanned aerial vehicles would be procured in the next year. As per the plans of the Indian Navy, these drones will be deployed on warships, enabling them to detect Chinese movement as well as any other activities in and around Indian territorial waters. Likely to be acquired using an open bid, these drones will be deployed on warships for surveillance and reconnaissance. The Indian Navy is working separately on a project to acquire Sea Guardian drones from the United States for expanding its surveillance in the country's areas of interest from Madagascar to Malacca Straits and beyond. The Navy is also getting its existing drones upgraded as part of an upgrade program that was recently taken up for discussion in the Ministry of Defence. India's Defence Ministry has announced that it will cease imports of over 100 items for the Indian Armed Forces worth $47 billion. The move will affect purchases from major arms suppliers such as the US, Russia and Israel worth billions of dollars in the coming years, if the country achieves targeted domestic production. India was the world's second largest importer of arms in the 2014 to 2019 period after Saudi Arabia. During the period, India bought $16.7 billion, 9.7% of the world total. Russia supplied 55% of India's imports, while the US and Israel made up 14% and 12% of the total. Defense Minister stated that the embargo is being progressively implemented between 2020 and 2024, and also he said the government intends domestic arms manufacturers to reach an annual turnover of $25 billion and expects to export $5 billion worth. Manufacturing under the slogan Make in India, the defense industry has been included in the scheme to boost production of defense equipment and arms in India. In the latest move toward defense self-reliance, imports of small arms and light machine guns from Israel, Super Rapid 76mm naval guns from Italy and AK-74 assault rifles from Russia will be stopped. Russian imports will be hugely impacted under the artillery section, as India plans to begin manufacturing 122mm Grad rockets by 2022 and electronic artillery fuses and bi-modular charge systems by 2024. Indian public and private companies are capable of manufacturing equipment including helicopters and combat aircraft. South Korea's K-9 Thunder self-propelled howitzers and the US M777 towed artillery piece will be made by Indian private companies Larsen & Toubro and Mahindra Group respectively. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while addressing the nation on the occasion of India's 73rd Independence Day, said that the deals to buy Tejas jet and indigenous attack helicopters for the EAF are close to fruition. Under the indigenous defense deals, the government is expected to procure 83 Tejas MK1A from HAL in a deal worth $5.2 billion. MK1A variant of the Tejas will come with around 40 major and minor improvements over MK1. These improvements include the introduction of an active electronically scanned array radar for detection of enemy aircraft at greater ranges and resistance to jamming, and a faster turnaround of each aircraft after each sortie. The private space launch industry has expanded significantly since the debut of SpaceX, but some markets like India are just now getting the regulatory support to clear the way for private players to participate. Now that those barriers are coming down, however, private launch startup Skyroot is leaping ahead on its way to becoming the first private space launch vehicle maker in the country, making significant technical progress with a new and successful upper stage engine burn test.